Students, welcome you all to the next tutorial of exponent and power. In this we are going to start the next question number 6 of the assignment. So question number 6 is this: 16 raised to power minus 2. In this you have to express this term as a base 2. You have to convert this term into the term that contain base 2. Now, as you can see that power is negative, so let's convert it into positive. So for this, you will make the reciprocal of 16, that is 1 by 16 whole raised to power 2. Or you can write this term as 1 by 16 square. Both are same because 1 square will give you 1. So you can write in any of these ways. Now, if we write this as base 2, so you have to make the factors of 16. So the factors of 16 are 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 whole raised to power 2. Now you can see that this is 2 raised to power 4. So let's write this term as 2 raised to power 4 whole raised to power 2. If you want to write this, both the ways are correct. If you want to write this, you can write this in this manner also. So both the ways are correct. Now we will apply the law of exponent a raised to power m whole raised to power n, that is a raised to power mn. So for this, let's multiply the power. You will get 4 to the 8, that is 1 by 2 raised to power 8, or you can write 1 by 2 whole raised to power 8. And if you write this, if you opt this way, this is your first way and this is your second way. If you opt this method, then the answer is again this, and you will again write the law here in the bracket. Law used here is same, but the way is different to write. So this is your first method and this is your second method. So here I have written the identity. Now question number 7 is, in this 2.03 multiply 10 raised to power minus 5 is given, that is in standard form. You have to convert this standard form into usual form. So for the usual form, you have to remove this 10 raised to power minus 5. That means instead of 2 number, you have to simply express it in the single number. So for this, let's remove this decimal. It will become 203 upon 100. Because after the decimal, I'm having 2 digits. That's why I put 2 zeros here. Power is negative, so let's make it positive. It will become 1 by 10 raised to power 5, or you can write it as 1 by 10 raised to power whole 5 also. Both are same. Now it will become 203 upon, here you are having 2 zeros, here 5 zeros. So if you combine all the zeros, that will become 10 raised to power 7. Now let's remove this 10 raised to power 7. 7 zeros are there. So if you remove 7 zeros, you will put the decimal before 7 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and decimal you will put here, and writing 0 here to make this decimal clear. Now, second part of the 7th question, again you have to write this term in the usual form. So for this, remove the decimal first. It will become 47 upon 10,000, because 4 digits are there after the decimal. That's why I have written 4 zeros in the denominator with 1. So, and it is 10 square. Now in the previous question you were having negative power there, so we have made the reciprocal there, but here positive power is there, so no need to change it. We have written it same. Now cancel out 2 zeros with this, so we are left with 47 upon 100. If you write this in the decimal form, remove these 2 zeros, so put the decimal before the 2 digits, 1, 2, decimal, it will become 0.47. That is the usual form for this given standard form. Now, question number 8 is of simplification. You have to completely solve it. Now, in the numerator, you can see that both the terms are having the same base, that is minus 2. So, if the terms are in multiplication form and the base are same, then you will use the first law, a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n. Now let's add the power of these two terms. Minus 2 raised to power 3 plus 7 upon 3, you will write same. 4 can be written as 2 square. And this whole raised to power 6 that is already given, we are writing it at same. Now combine, add the power, that will give you minus 2 raised to power 10 upon 3 into. Now this is your another law of exponent that we have used in one of the question in the beginning. I think in the question number 6. A raised to power m whole raised to power n can be written as a raised to power mn. So now multiply these power, it will become 2 raised to power 12. Now here you can see that minus 2 is having even power. That means this negative will become positive if you separate it. Minus 1 raised to power 10, 2 raised to power 10 upon 3 into 2 raised to power 12. As you can see that minus 1 is having even power, so it will become positive. So leave this number, no need to write it again. And in the next step, it is 2 raised to power 10 upon 3 into 2 raised to power 12. In these two terms, in the numerator and in the denominator, we are having the same base, that is 2. So, and these are dividing. So subtract the power. If you take this 2 raised to power 12 in the numerator, it will become 10 minus 12 upon 3. Now I am writing the another last step here. So if you subtract it, you will get 2 raised to power minus 2. Wait, let me rub the, we can write here 2 raised to power minus 2 upon 3. So we have used the law here that you will write a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n is a raised to power m minus n. That you will write in the bracket side by side. Now again the power is negative, so it will become 1 upon 2 raised to power 2 into 3, that is 1 by 4 into 3, that is 1 by 12. So your answer is 1 by 12 for this after simplification. Now let's start with question number 9. In this you have given unknown variable x. So here we want to find the value of this missing variable x. Now you can see that in all the three terms we are having the same base, that is minus 5, and on the left hand side you are having two terms that are multiplying and the base is same. So let's apply the first law here. A raised to power m into a raised to power n is equal to a raised to power m plus n, because for the multiplication powers are always in the addition form. So it will become minus 5 raised to power x plus 1 plus 5, and the right hand side minus 5 raised to power 7 is same. Minus 5 raised to power x plus 6 is equal to minus 5 raised to power 7. Here you can see that equality sign is there in between these two terms. That means both the terms are equal. If the terms are equal, base are also equal. So can we say that powers can be equated? They are equal. So x plus 6 is equal to 7. So if you take this plus 6 here on the right hand side, it will become minus 6. So x is equal to 1. So for the unknown variable x, we are having the value as 1. Now question number 10, that is the last question of the assignment for this chapter. You have to write the multiplicative inverse of 10 raised to power minus 100. The another name for the multiplicative inverse is reciprocal, or you can simply say inverse. Whenever negative power is given, that means you are making the reciprocal, multiplicative inverse or inverse of the number. Like 2 raised to power minus 1 is given. Negative power always represent that you are making the reciprocal of the base, that will become 1 by 2 raised to power 1. That means negative power itself is representing your reciprocal inverse or multiplicative inverse. Now, in the beginning of the chapter, when we have discussed about the introduction, we have discussed one formula for the multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse of a raised to power minus m, multiplicative inverse of a raised to power minus 1 is always a raised to power m. So if you apply the same formula here in the given question number 10, that means the multiplicative inverse of this term, then you can write multiplicative inverse of 10 raised to power minus 100 will become 10 raised to power 100. With this beta, we have completed our chapter exponent and power, that is chapter number 12. So have a nice day. See you in the next tutorial.